Alright, so I said I would post a video, and, kind of stealing this idea from John. But basically, first I want to thank John for plugging me in his state of his channel address. I'm actually not even sure exactly what the video was called, but that's what I call it in my head, so. I just wanted to say thank you guys for subscribing. Thanks, John, for pointing you in my direction. And I want to explain a little bit about the games I play and how my channel will be a little bit different from John's. If you've ever watched any of John's videos, you may get the impression that I'm not really a fighting game gamer or I don't really do a whole lot of action games. Monster Hunter is pretty close to the furthest down the action game line that I go. My realm, I generally stick to RPGs, puzzle-type games, that kind of stuff. Strategy, games that will fit in those genres. I will play some action games. As you can see, I'll play Monster Hunter. On my Xbox, I play a lot of first-person shooters. In fact, I think that dominates my lineup on that. And I actually only own one PS3 game, and that's DC Universe Online. So, that being said, my videos are actually going to end up being probably longer. I think looking at, if you see where I was playing Lunar Silver Star Story, I might need to start cutting a lot of those battles, maybe cut those out, show where I transition into it and then cut away from it, except for big battles like bosses and stuff like that. So that's what we'll see with there. The reason why I haven't posted any videos, John mentioned in his, is I was very sick for actually a couple of weeks. I had influenza type A that degenerated into pneumonia, so I wasn't able to continue recording. And unfortunately, my recording equipment, I got that while I was sick, so I wasn't really able to follow up on the videos that I had made. And I'm actually not sure if I'm going to continue with Lunar, or if I do, if it's going to be right now. I wanted to test my equipment, and I wanted to test a PS1 game on the PS3, because I'd heard there was problems with outputting through my equipment, so I wanted to make sure that it worked, and it does. And I got into the game while I was playing it, but thinking about it, I don't know if I want to go back to it. A lot of you guys have been questioning the secret project, and I kind of question why you would have to. I mean, all the clues are there, but I don't know if we're ready to reveal what it's going to be, but the first video I posted actually is going to be it. We'll explain the details in full, so you guys will completely get that. And I'm sure that we'll be starting that soon. The only reason why we haven't started it, like I said, I was sick, and then a lot of my free time. I don't know if, so it never comes up in John's videos, but I'm an active tabletop gamer as well. I'm a DM. I actually run a couple of games. One of them is a beta test of a Pokemon D20 system that some friends and I have been playing. I also DM 2 D&D games, so that takes up quite a lot of my week. And then the time I'm not doing that, I spend a lot of that time playing, like if you notice, John's been posting Monster Hunter Freedom Unite videos. We spend a lot of time playing that. I think John posts maybe less than 1/10 of the actual time that we play. So when you factor all that in, it doesn't actually leave a whole lot of time for my own gaming. Like just yesterday, I picked up Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Together, and Dragon Quest VI. I still haven't finished Dragon Quest V, so I'm already starting to develop a backlog. I may, since I really want to play it, do a playthrough of Tactics Ogre. That will probably get streamed while I play it, and then I'll take highlights out of it, so the quality may not be as good. but that's the intent anyway. So like I said, those are going to be the kind of games that I play, and those will be the videos I'm placing. And once all my equipment's up and running again, and I'm caught up from everything that I needed to do while I was sick, you can expect to see more videos and definitely more streams. In fact, one of the ideas that I would really like to do is while John's recording Freedom Unite, I'm streaming it, or we could do vice versa. That way, you guys can see it from multiple perspectives, and you guys hear my commentary. I'm going to curb. I don't know if you noticed in John's videos, my language is atrocious, and I'm definitely going to work on curbing that for the YouTube channel, mostly because I want more people to be able to watch it. I don't want to offend anybody. So I'll do my best, and when I'm playing RPGs, especially strategy ones, obviously it's not going to be anywhere near as spur of the moment as Monster Hunter is. In terms of that, down the pipe, like I said, Let Us Cling Together is probably going to be the next game that I actually do. I'm planning to revisit Lunar at some point, and then of course the Secret Project. So, thanks for listening, and I really do appreciate you guys subscribing and putting faith that I'm actually going to put some quality stuff up there. And a big thanks to John for not only plugging me in his video, but he's also the one that got me pointed in the right direction for equipment and has helped me walk through a lot of that stuff. So thank you all again, and hopefully we'll see some good videos in the future.